Yo, it's Broadway Joe here in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we are talking with a guy that came on last night for a big show. Stacii Adams. Your first time in Little Rock, we had a great time last night. The ladies seem to love you, man. I love the stilts thing you got going, man. It's a performance. I really enjoyed it, man. But talk a little bit about yourself. A lot of people don't know you, don't first time here. So tell us a little bit about you.
Well, Stacii Adams, the boss of R&B and blues. Come from Milledgeville. I started my musical roots in Atlanta. Like I said, I've been rolling with the BMG family. Shouts out to Calvin Richardson. I've been rolling with them real heavy, CRE. To Love You Like the 90s album is what I'm working on now. I got 2 singles that we're getting ready to roll out, which is Love You Like the 90s and Our Big. Last night was great, man. The event that they had out there, man, was awesome. You was out there supporting the event, man, real clean. So I was glad to see you in the community, you know what I'm saying? Just being there and supporting everything that's going on. So I was glad to be able to meet you and, just see you out there like everybody else, relaxing and enjoying the day.
So how do you classify yourself? Are you Southern Soul? Are you R&B? Or you've been out it for a minute, so how long have you really been in the game?
Okay, I've been in the game, man, since I was 17 years old. I'm more on the hip hop side, but then I jumped into the Southern Soul side. I classify myself as Southern Soul and R&B. The biggest problem I think that we're having in the game is that the Southern Soul, people don't know how to classify. Okay. It's just being from the South and having soul. There's not a sound really to put into it, because a lot of people try to grab a sound and say, hey, this is the sound of Southern Soul, but that's not really a sound, because most of the sound might be older school R&B. It ain't nothing different. Johnny Taylor was an R&B artist. Marvin Cease was classified as an R&B artist. Tyrone Davis was classified as a blues and an R&B artist. Rhythm and blues. Okay. So I'm Southern Soul, R&B, I'm all of it. I just love to do music, man.
We'll talk about your influences. You mentioned some of the classic guys from Johnny Taylor. Those guys.
Man, Marvin Gaye, Johnny Taylor, Marvin Cease, Tyrone Davis, Luther Vandross. I want to reintroduce the love and a man being vulnerable and letting a woman know how he feels. And that's what the 90s was all about.
Sounds a lot like Calvin Richardson. The boss of R&B, Love You Like the 90s. Talk about this CD.
Well, this right here, Joe, this is where I am now. Okay, with the Love You Like the 90s, I have 2 records on here. I went back old school 90s style, giving away the CDs. And a lot of people don't know that CD sales are actually up 10%. And at the end of the day, in this market, if people still have CD players. So I was out giving away thumb drives and all that stuff and realized something, and QR codes, and they were like, well, you got any CDs? So I'm pushing my 2 singles right now and started at the street level with Love You Like the 90s and Our Big. And the album, working with Angelo Ray, he's played behind Bobby Brown, part of the New Jack Swing era. He wrote 24/7 for Kavon Edmonds, which is actually a song that I'm remaking on the album. It's gonna be amazing, and it got some up-tempo. So this album is to reintroduce the love, the vulnerability of a man coming from a real man, and at the same time, like I said, the showman side back in the 90s, Joe, they perform. To perform in music, especially black music, we have to reintroduce the showmanship. Coming on the stage and just walking back and forth side to side. No. We want to give the people something worth paying for. So that's what I'm trying to do, ladies. I want to give you something worth paying for,
We're talking with Stacii Adams. Big show last night here in Little Rock and rocked the house. Music, is there anything else? Can we see you on the big screen, maybe sitcoms, television?
Well, the thing about it, we're working on something. Like I said, Paul and I, he works with the production. He's a cinematographer, videographer, and we shooting videos to every song. We're doing all 12 songs are gonna be on the album. One of the records that I'm working on with Calvin Richardson is gonna be amazing. So the main thing now, man, is we're doing everything that it takes to bring back the passion to the music, man. So we want to put love back in the atmosphere. So in doing that, with the Love You Like the 90s album, it's gonna be one to remember. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, once again, when I ran into you at the event, because they do it every year in Little Rock, and I said, well, they introduced me to you. I said, wow, you was like that out there like everybody else, man, like just chilling, modest, I wouldn't have thought that you were the guru. And when I said, hold on, listen, I'm not gonna let you get away. The guru, what I mean is to be, and I know this interview is about the Love You Like the 90s, but I gotta give you some of your flowers too while you're here. When you come through Little Rock, Arkansas, and you're talking about radio and people who have principles, you are renowned. Everybody that I've ever spoken to about your principles and your morals, and you're fair, and you do things across the board the correct way. And like I said, you out there sitting down, chilling, watching the the show and relaxing and watching the artists. It's just amazing. A lot of radio people don't do that anymore. So I appreciate you coming out, just relaxing and being a part of the show.
Well, it was an honor, man, to talk with you. It's an honor to have you in town. Of course, Calvin Richardson is the man, of course, and being on the show with him and his influence, I mean, that was really great. But I want to say, man, you were really right there next to Calvin, so I can see that in the future with you and your music and the ladies. That's a big thing, okay? But for you, if people want to get the CD, you're giving it out, of course, but social media, where can they find it?
Well, you can find me at Stacii Adams anyway, STACII, across the board. Basically, the album will be dropping in November, planning November the 25th drop of the Love You Like the 90s album. You'll be able to purchase it exclusively at www.loveyoulikethe90s.com. It's gonna be set up where you can pay what you feel for it. You can pay what you want to pay for it. It's not a set price for it, you know, from $1 to $100, whatever you want to pay, because the way music is now, you know, if you only have $1, you can download my album. If you say, I love this album, I want to give this guy $100, you can do that. So we got a floating sale going on with the album. As for there's 2 singles, we just pressed up 20,000 CDs and we're giving them away. Ladies, I want you to be able to take this and listen to it and know that I'm coming for real. And guys, I'm letting you know, I want you to be able to take this album, and once you put it in, this album actually better than Viagra. This is what you need to put in. These 2 singles, I like having a good time. These 2 singles, like I said, Love You Like the 90s is now big. I'm leading out. And I just want to say again, man, I appreciate Calvin Richardson for giving me an opportunity to be in his zone, because he's one of the true pioneers on this side. And a lot of people don't know, from the R&B world to the soul world, because he doesn't deem himself the Prince of Southern Soul. He's the Prince of Soul, and he's been able to resonate on the Southern Soul side and the R&B side. And that's my goal. I don't want to be pigeonholed to 4 states. With the Love You Like the 90s album, that's for my Southern Soul fans. That's from white to black, also to the Spanish community, everybody. Get this album and just go back in time, which is gonna bring you to this time. It's a culmination of old school and new school, with the 808s hitting, melodic, and we got up-tempos, mids, and we got slow records. So Broadway, I'm ready to go to the Broadway.
Hey, just know he performed last night, 4th of July weekend here in Little Rock. And I got to tell you, we introduced Calvin Richardson back in the early 2000s. Ladies, we're introducing you to Stacii Adams. And I got to tell you, he will be back. Thanks, Stacii.
Hey, thank you. And shouts out to DBE, Danny Boy Entertainment, my whole team. I appreciate y'all. And y'all remember, we're not here to play dream or drift. We have hard work to do and heavy loads to lift. Shine out in the struggle, for it is God's gift. Be strong, be strong, be strong. I'ma love you like the 90s. Thank you, Broadway Joe, for having me.
Much love, my brother. Much love.